Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Clemson Tigers. We stay the state again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
Wants to go up top on second down. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
Love the grab just past the first down line to allow the drive to continue. So that's a nice play by the QB and receiver there.
Handoff for Frazier. Oh, what a move. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right side, it's Frazier. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And how about the creativity by the offense? You split your running back all the way out wide. Why? You like the matchup. Like, he can be a receiver. He can run routes. He stays on the outside part of the field. They like the matchup. They throw it to him. He wins that rep. Nice job by this offense.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Second down, going to throw it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum. And
the defense, got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Looking downfield, it's Denson. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't see. Had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second and long here. On the ground, it's Davidson. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Snapped on fourth down. Unloads to the right. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
I like that play call there. Third and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Here's a give to Frazier. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. From deep, it's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Hits the hole, it's Davidson. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Trucks through the defender. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He's changing the play. Needs it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move. Slings it downfield. Left side, it's Burrows. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. 2nd down to the air. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Davidson. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Clemson is quick to the line. Pushes ahead. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Intercepted, number 19. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you don't see this very often. A defensive lineman getting the pick six. What an individual effort to get his hands on the football. How about that athleticism? And then take it to the house.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Here comes the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Long way to go on second down. He's looking to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. On the run, fires downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. This third down a little longer after that penalty. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on fourth. Fires left. Runs through the tackle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Dogs have this offense rolling. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers. third down. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Hey, this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Drops back on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receiver. 2nd down, going to throw it. Moving out to the right. Breaks into the open. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for the...
Going for it all. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. Might have a chance. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger!
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the 1st quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the 2nd. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now, they are playing with tons of confidence.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snap on 1st down. Wants to throw. Gets rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds. Incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Fresh center down's going to the air. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to...
Lets it fly. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
One more snap coming before halftime. On third down, here's Frazier. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Man, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 18 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. Wants to throw on first. Rushes on. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Drops back. It's Denson. Fires to the big fella. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Right at the line. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
Drops back on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Second and long here. The handoff to Johnson. Powers through the defender. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Out wide right, it's Johnson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Trying to get the corner. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And it's third and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on fourth down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
Handoff for Frazier.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Got a wide open receiver. Speeding down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldog.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Davidson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Holds on, it's Burrows. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Plows his way ahead. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country.
Ball is free. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quick give. It's Haynes. Across the 45. Still running at the 40. All kinds of room to the right. And he's swept through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
DB's right up on the receivers. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Frazier. He breaks a tackle. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. This time they'll throw it. And he avoids the sack.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Powers inside. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Running inside. It's Haynes. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand.
Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Phillips. Split backs here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So thanks to the defense, they take over. Big lead in hand and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Burrowing for yardage. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. Looking for the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wiley. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Straight ahead, it's Frazier. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Handoff for Frazier. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Got it! And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The run inside. It's Haynes. Enough to move the chains. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder,